Hello to all of you. Well, it's Scott Picken, the CEO and founder of WealthE Migrate, and I wanted to bring you this week's Wealth Insight. Now, I've been up in Bedford in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. I've been dealing with a number of the sheep farmers up there. A number of them are wealth partners. And what's really fascinating to me is that it reminded me of the law of 10,000 hours. If you've read the book by Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, it talks a lot about the rule of 10,000 hours. And what it basically says is that you can never master something unless you're prepared to put in more than 10,000 hours, which in simple terms equates to about 10 years of your life. He talks there about how the Beatles actually played in Germany for 10,000 years, before they actually made it as a success. He talks about all the great entrepreneurs and how there's no such thing as an overnight success, and how you've really got to find something you're passionate about and prepared to put the time, the energy, and the effort to learn, to make mistakes, to grow, and to really master a skill. And what reminded me of this was that I met with farmers there. And it's such a science that they're doing. There's an art and a science, quite frankly. And what fascinated me is many of them are generational farmers. Their fathers farmed, their grandfathers farmed, their great-grandfathers farmed. And, from my side, being a city boy, I just got absolutely no idea what they're doing. I mean, they could put me on that land and I would ruin it all within about a month and be completely bankrupt probably the month after. And it just shows you the level of mastery. They've spent their entire lives mastering how to be farmers, how to create value out of the land. And it just epitomizes for me that if you want to be wealthy, you've got to find something you love. You've got to find something you're passionate about. You've got to find something you're prepared to put in at least 10 years. And I don't believe that you can be an expert in cryptocurrency and the stock market and real estate and bonds and day trading. And I just don't believe it's possible. I believe that you've got to find what you love, what you're passionate about, and then you've got to really deep dive and get your 10,000 hours plus. And, in my case, I've spent more than 20 years basically passionately trying to understand the intersection between technology and property. I've got very deep knowledge in technology and in property and the intersection, but yet, I know nothing about other topics, and that you could argue is a good thing, you could argue it's a bad thing, but the difference is I'm passionate about it, I'm purposeful about it, and it's why I get results and why I can add so much value to people in the space, because I've gone so deep into the space. And so that's my Wealth Insight, coming live here from Nyasna. It's nice to be home this week. And if this is something that adds value to you, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. We want to empower 1 billion people. We can only do it with your support. And whatever you do in life, find something you love, find something you're passionate about, and make sure that you're prepared to put in the energy and the effort, because only then will you achieve the results that you want to long term, and quite frankly, have a lot of fun in the process. Cheers.